Hello everyone. In the last class we have discussed about the lymphatic system. Now we will discuss about the evolution of transport system in different organisms, how this transport system has been evolved in detail. It is also from unit 3 transportation lesson, and it is also an SSC topic. Unit 3. It is a 10th SSC topic. So let us start the evolution of transport system. So what are the different organisms, how this transport system has been evolved in these organisms, we will see. So what is about amoeba? It is a unicellular organism. Amoeba is a unicellular organism, and it shows the protoplasm of amoeba will shows natural movements called as protoplasm. Protoplasm of amoeba shows movements called as Brownian movements. Natural movements are called as Brownian movements. With the help of these movement, nutrients and oxygens are circulated to different parts of the body. Nutrients and oxygen are distributed throughout the body. Throughout the body of amoeba. What we have learned about amoeba, it is an unicellular organism. The protoplasm of amoeba will shows a natural movements called as Brownian movement. With the help of this Brownian movement, oxygen and nutrients have been transported and distributed throughout the body of the amoeba. This is about amoeba. Next, let us see about the parozoan, like sponges. It will use seawater. For transportation. It will use seawater for transportation by creating currents by beating flagella. Means with the help of flagella, it will create by beating flagella. It will create currents. Means movements by which transportation process can be easily done. So it will use seawater for transportation. That you remember. So next let us see the other organism, that is cnidarian like jellyfish and hydra. It will use gastrovascular activity. Gastrovascular cavity, not activity, it is cavity. It will use gastrovascular cavity for digestion and transportation of nutrients to each and every cell. For transportation, digestion and transportation of nutrients. To each and every cell. So about cnidarians we remembered about gastrovascular cavity. We should remember. About parozoan, it will use seawater. About amoeba, Brownian movement. So now let us study about the other organism. This is platyhelminthes like Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica will contain well-developed digestive and excretory system. It will contain digestive and excretory system. So let us study about the next one, that is Nematyhelminthes like nematodes. It has pseudocoelom. Means this pseudocoelom, it will use pseudocoelom for collection and distribution of various materials. Use pseudocoelom for collection and distribution of substances. Materials or substances, we can say. Next let us study about arthropoda. What type of circulatory system it has in arthropoda and annelida? Open type of circulation, closed type of circulation. This is very important for 1 mark question or 2 marks. They will ask difference between open type of circulatory system and closed type of circulatory system. So let us study about arthropoda. What is actually open type of circulatory system? So in this type of circulatory system, blood will flow directly into the tissues. Without flowing into the blood vessel, blood will flow directly into the tissues. This type of circulatory system is called as open type of circulatory system, which is found in arthropoda, molluscus and lower chordates. So if we see about annelida, it has closed type of circulatory system. So here blood will flow through the blood vessels. Blood will flow directly. Blood will flow into the blood vessels, you can say. Blood will flow into the blood vessel. Through blood vessels, blood will flow, you can say. So that is called as blood flows into the blood vessels. This is called as closed type of circulatory system. So here blood will not flow into the blood vessels, it will flow directly into the tissues. This is open type of circulatory system. This closed type of circulatory system is found in Annelida, cephaloid molluscs, that is octopus, echinoderms and higher animals. So this is about the evolution of transport system. We have learned in different organisms, that is amoeba embryonian movement, because of which oxygen and nutrients are transported to different parts of the body. Next we have like parazoan, like sponges use seawater for transportation. Beat with the help of flagella. By beating flagella it will make air currents for transportation. Cnidarians like hydra, it will use gastrovascular cavity. Platyhelminthes, it will contain well developed digestive and excretory system. Nematyhelminthes, it will use pseudocoelom for collection and distribution of materials. Arthropoda, open type of circulatory system, means blood flow directly into the tissues. Here Annelida, this is closed type of circulatory system, blood flow into the blood vessels. So here the difference is many molluscs it is found in open type of, here cephaloid molluscs. This is the difference between open type and closed type of circulatory system. Molluscus means do not write whatever you want. Here just molluscus is cephaloid molluscus. If it is been specified, you can write about closed type of circulatory system is found in cephaloid molluscus. The examples of each and every organism is also very important. This is about evolution of transport system. This topic can be for activity type of questions, where 4 1 mark questions will be asked under this activity. Hope this video will help you guys. Thank you.